So if you've ever wondered what it's like to live in Conifer, Colorado, beyond just its scenic mountain views, stick around. Today, we're going to be taking you to some of the local areas here in Conifer, from cozy cafes to really nice local gems. And I've been a mountain kid my entire life. I've grown up in this area, and I am still surprised how amazing and beautiful it really is here and how much fun it is to raise my family. And I'm also going to show you some of my favorite local spots here in Conifer. And at the end of this video, we're going to give you a sneak peek look at a local listing here in Conifer, Colorado, so you can know what mountain living's really like. Let's dive on in.
Ranches.
All right, so here we are. We're at Flying J Ranch here in Conifer, Colorado. It's so much fun, but there's a lot of history that made this ranch happen to now be a public park for you to go hiking. In 1948, it got purchased by the Schoenhoven family that did longhorn cattle ranching out in this area. A man named John, who made Flying J Ranch. He was a career pilot down in Denver, but they actually added runways, a private runway for himself, so he could fly him and his family out to Stapleton Airport and then get on a plane from there and go anywhere he wanted. And him and his buddy over on Myers Ranch decided to get Cessna airplanes, build runways out here in the mountains of Colorado, and just fly around and hang out. And now they gave it back to Colorado in 2009, and Flying J is now the new staple that we have over here in Conifer as a great hiking trail for friends, family, dog-friendly mountain bikes, and horses. Flying J Ranch is really nice. It has two different parking lots, so if you're looking for a nice short hike and you just kind of want to go a mile, maybe a mile and a half with your friends or family, just by yourself, there's a lower parking lot. We are currently at the upper parking lot, which is really fun. There's a ton of gazebos around. There's public restrooms that are really well maintained by Jefferson County and the Park Service over here. And it's a really fun place to just have a picnic and hang out and bring your dogs and run around in the field. And you can just come over here, check it out. It's public. Conifer, I think, is ideally located towards Denver and Evergreen. So if you're looking in Evergreen, or if you're in Denver and you have to work in Denver, but you want more of a mountain lifestyle, you are only 40 minutes to Denver from the deepest part of Conifer. And Evergreen is literally down the road. You go down Highway 73 and Evergreen touches Conifer. So you can just pretty much hop the township line, but have that almost exact same lifestyle and feel, while at almost, I would say, 80% of the cost to live in Evergreen as Conifer. Conifer, Colorado is an extremely fun place to be raised as a kid, to have your family here, but also if you're just pet friendly. Conifer offers a lot more A2, A1, which is agricultural zoned land, which allows you to have horses and chickens and alpacas and goats, and a lot of just, I would say, hobby farmers or hobby ranchers like to buy land out here so that they can have like a family farm on 1 acre of land, which is just a really fun aspect about the people and the culture that is here in Conifer. Right, so what brings most people to Conifer specifically is kind of the mountain vibes that you're getting. So the culture that's also here, you're getting large lots, and that gives you more of privacy and peace of mind to be able to do whatever you kind of want on your own land while enjoying nature, enjoying outdoor lifestyle. And it's funny, as I live just down the road here, I mean, I can actually see Flying J Ranch from my house. And when I was little, I used to just run across the street and run from here. So I had pretty much like a public park as my backyard. So I think that brings a lot of people here, because not only Flying J Ranch, but Conifer offers huge amounts of trailheads for mountain biking, horseback riding, and just hiking. There's a lot of people in the wintertime who are snowshoeing this area, or even bringing their cross-country skis and going for a cross-country ski. And I just think it's incredible that you have all of these options in one town. So now that Conifer is, really about outdoor living and that natural lifestyle, locals still here have a lot of different restaurants and shopping that they like to do. From Flying J Ranch, we're gonna go head over to Aspen Park, which is only a 3-minute drive. So let's head on out. All right, so here we are. We're at the Safeway Shopping Center here in Conifer, Colorado. It is the south end of Aspen Park. If you're the furthest out in Conifer, Pine, and Bailey, this is your best shopping and grocery store area to come out. If you are closer towards Morrison, Evergreen, you might go further down into Aspen Park on the north end and go to the King Super shopping area for your groceries. But since we're here, I wanted to point out all the fun local gems that are here. We have Aspen Perk, which I think is an adorable name. If you guys ever watch Friends, the Perk Cafe.
How about a scone on the house, baby?
But this is Aspen Perk. So here we are in Aspen Park. Really fun breakfast, lunch area. They say they have the best Bloody Mary in Conifer, so we're gonna find out because honestly, there's a couple of places that have really good Bloody Marys, but I'm gonna go test this one. And then right now we have this new restaurant and it's gonna be the Spice Ranch Indian Fusion. Whatever that means, we're gonna find out when it opens and I'm gonna make a video on that one. Right over here, all this stuff that they sell in here is made by local artists, local furniture designers. You're buying from your friends and your neighbors. A wonderful mom and pop shop that's on consignment. So if it doesn't sell, they give it back to the artist and they try to go somewhere else with it, but it's really fun to see what your friends can make. And then my favorite place here is Critters, the toy store. It's our first time that we actually have a fun toy store here that I don't have to buy off of Amazon. I don't have to go down to Target or do any of those Walmart shops. I can go right here into Aspen Park and get some toys for, you know, those birthday parties that all your kids are going to. My kids love this store. So it is adorable, it's fun, and it's reasonably priced. You're gonna be paying, you know, maybe $2 more than you'd pay on Amazon if you're supporting local business. And it's going to a good cause to your friends and family because you're buying and supporting locally. It's wonderful here. Then behind me, giant building back here sells all your hot tub needs, which is really wonderful in the mountains because it is, as you can see in this video, we've got a ton of snow and it is a wonderful thing to have.
They got hot tubs, cold tubs, medium tubs, lukewarm tubs.
Super nice warm water, sit out underneath the stars and have a mountain retreat at your own house and have your own little hot tub. So you can just buy it right here and they'll send it right to your house and set it all up for you. So it's March in Conifer, Colorado. I'm not even wearing a beanie or anything. I have this big poofy jacket because it's kind of silly, but it's actually super nice when the sun comes out. So March, April, and beginning of May in Colorado, especially here in Conifer or Evergreen, you're gonna get beautiful sunshine days. So you can ride your motorcycle, you can go down into town and hit the driving ranges or go golfing. But then every now and then it's going to dump snow on you. And it's not like our November through February snow where it's, you know, you get a couple of inches and it's very thin powder because it's so dry. This is our springtime, you know, kick up. So it's our wet season. So when it does snow, it is thick snow, wet snow, really hard to shovel and plow. But because it's so sunny most of the time, the snow melts right off. So you're gonna only have that snow sitting there for March, April, and May. When you have a big snowstorm, it's only gonna be there for like 4 or 5 days. And then it's back to super sunny days. So I'm saying if you come up here, don't expect horrible weather. Colorado has 330 days of sunshine a year. And up here in the mountains, it's very prevalent that you get that sun, it's gonna melt off your snow, and you can sit outside in 40-degree weather in a t-shirt and shorts. So for out-of-staters who've never been to Colorado or have never lived here in the mountains of Colorado, some people are surprised that March through May is our deepest snow up here. When it snows, you're usually a foot or more of snow at one time. And so that can be overwhelming if you're not prepared to have some sort of mechanical help to move that snow. If you have to do the snow shovel love, that's gonna be terrible. I would recommend that you be prepared if you're gonna move up here to get a snowblower, a plow truck, an ATV, UTV with a plow, side by side, something like that. Or if you have a long dirt driveway, I recommend just go ahead and buy that tractor. And if you wanna know more about what you should know before you come to Colorado, click this video down here. We've already made one just for that, but let's continue about talking about Aspen Park. All right, so I'm gonna kind of give you a rough outline of where Conifer is and where Evergreen begins while we're here at the shopping center of Safeway in Aspen Park. So if we look on our side here, the big rock outcroppings, that is still all Conifer. Our nice big brick building over here, that is West Jeff Elementary School. So just being right here, it's like you have your local elementary school just down the road. And then you'll see this nice hillside right over here with all of these beautiful homes. That is kind of the last stop of Conifer before you get over to Evergreen, but that is a wonderful neighborhood to live in. They have this beautiful little local pond. As we continue across, you'll see that beautiful mountain range back there. That is actually Evergreen, so that's kind of give you that indication of where Highway 73 will take you and the different mountain ranges that you'll see. As we keep moving on, you'll see the fun little ski resort back in like 1901 that was purchased as a ski resort to be a close to Denver ski resort. They realized we did not get enough basin accumulation of snow to the ground to make that work, but they still own it, but it's gonna kind of look like that probably for the rest of my life, which I love. And then you'll just keep going across and you'll get to Conifer Mountain and you'll continue back over to Richmond Hill and Kings Valley down 285. And that's kind of your last stop of Conifer before you hit Pine. And by the way, if you want to know what it's like to live here in Conifer day to day, and it's something that you're seriously considering for you, your family, or your friends, my name's Josh. Give me a call. I've lived in this area my entire life and I would love to help you find that perfect home. But let's keep talking Aspen Park. Now that we've talked about some of the local shops, let's hop into one of my favorite restaurants, Aspen Perk, and let's grab one of their famous best Bloody Marys in Conifer and let's give it a shot. Aspen Perk, coffee and Bloody Marys. Fun facts about South Park. They went to Evergreen High School. Oh, wrong door. Okay, Aspen Perk, best Bloody Mary in Conifer, let's find out. Oh yeah, that is actually super good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's spicy. That's good.
it's spicy.
Yeah, which I love. And look at all those beauties on there. Beautiful. 10 o'clock in the morning. This one's yours. Look at that bad boy. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Okay, so Aspen Perk's Bloody Mary was awesome, lived up to the test. And we also had a really nice, almost espresso martini. That was delicious. It is now new ownership, but they're kind of going back to the old way. So if anyone who's been to Aspen Perk and you really enjoyed it right when it opened, they're kind of switching the menu back that way. So in the next couple of weeks here, it's going to be the old, new Aspen Perk. This place was awesome. Now we're heading from Aspen Park South, the Safeway Shopping Center. We're heading Aspen Park North, and we're gonna be right over there in that King Super Shopping Center. Come on. And now we moved ourselves over to Aspen Park North. It's still all Aspen Park, but we're on the north end of it. The best part about this area is it actually has, I feel like, a few more restaurants and shopping activities that you can do. It has a wider selection of food options in the case of restaurants, of what you can do in this area. What I really like it is like you can get your hair cut. We have finally now got sushi up here, which is very good. And I mean, we're mountain kids, so we don't know the best sushi, but go around, I'm a sushi connoisseur, and I actually do think this is a very good sushi that's up here.
And they have really good sushi.
So then if you're looking for something just quick, we also do have fast food options. There is Wendy's, there is Qdoba. So you can do, if you're wanting to go skiing and you need to stop on 285 on your back way to Breckenridge, there's good, easy options that you can go pick up food right here. But I think that this area is wonderful because it has like a sense of community. Like they have a nice little park right over here that little kids can go out and run around and play while you're doing your shopping or hanging out. Now I think we should go in and check out Brooks Tavern, and we're gonna try, I think, our second Bloody Mary and compare it to Aspen Perk. Let's do it. Let's go inside Brooks Tavern. Hello, friend.
Hi.
Brooks, if you're in Conifer, this is the spot to hang out. Awesome bar, great selection of food, and they have really fun options in food. So I like to get like their sausage platter, but they have a lot of cool options in it. Like you get elk
Wait, what?
Let's get out of here!
and more exotic food than you would expect out of like a bar restaurant that you're like, hey, I wasn't expecting to get elk sausage here. It's the spot. Best part about like having that sausage platter with elk is like it's a big staple for most mountain folk is having the option of elk because they're in your yard. We are pretty adamant hunters up in this area because that's actually what helps with most of our conservation for Colorado is actually elk hunters, fishermen, fisherwomen, and that just idea of being in nature. We respect nature, but we're helping population growth stay in check. So you're not watching elk starve to death because we have so much winter time that there's not enough grass. And if the herd's overpopulated, it's the worst thing to see, is watching an elk literally starve to death while you can have active hunters here. And it's a wonderful aspect that you get very clean, lean red meat. All right, let's try Brooks Bloody Mary. That is good, especially with the ting rim. Like it. And it's spicy. I would say almost flavor better here, better amount of goodies over there. Man, that's a good Bloody Mary. Okay, let's try this bad boy. Just coffee and Baileys. It's exactly what I needed it to be, coffee and Baileys. So that's delicious and dangerous. Remember, responsible drinking and driving. We still live in the mountains, we still have families here. Be smart. I honestly love golfing. If you can tell, I clearly look like I'm really, really good. But I'm not, I'm garbage. So I like to practice here at Fairways, especially in the wintertime. Like we said in Colorado, 330 days of sunshine, but up here in the mountains, we're in March, there's a ton of snow. I'm not golfing, it's not happening, but we have 2 golf simulators, $100,000 a piece, each one inside of here, very reasonably priced. You're looking at $50 an hour for the weekdays, and then about 60 for the weekends, but they also offer club memberships that you can sign up and bring your friends and actually sign up for the year, and you just have free access into this thing. It is awesome, really fun, really good spot, and it's right attached to Brooks Tavern, so you have full restaurant and bar service inside while you're golf simulating with your friends. Let's go check out the Fairways here. It's really fun. Very nice overheads, golf simulator, full service restaurant bar in the middle, so you can rent out your parties every half hour. You can book as long as you'd like, and it's just so nice to have this option here in Conifer, Colorado. It's only been open for about 5 months, but it is awesome. So when you play, you can play any course in the world. It is actual golfing. From the overheads, it will track exactly how your swing goes, give you a 98%, 99% on your swing accuracy on actually what happens in your swing. It's an impact screen, and once you connect the ball, impact, it will send out your golf ball onto that golf course. It is so much fun. So if you're liking this video and you like Conifer, but maybe you want to see more mountain towns, definitely hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Shayla and I make videos like this every other week, and we're really excited to be presenting you guys with the idea of living in the Front Range and mountains of Colorado. This is what Shayla and I do for a living. This is something we actually love and what pays our bills. And if you want to see more videos, this is what we want to keep doing. So right now, let's go and head out and see a listing that I actually have for sale here in Conifer and show you what that mountain lifestyle really looks like day to day. All right, so here we are in Conifer, Colorado at my listing, 26788 Richmond Hill Road. This is just a mile and a half off of 285, but we're nicely tucked away on 3.7 flat acres, zoned A2. That's agricultural. Your taxes are nearly cut in half, and you're allowed to do horses and chickens, goats, anything you want, full fencing at this property. So from this location, we are 8 minutes to Aspen Park, schools, restaurants, everything you just saw already in this video. 8 minutes away from there, 30 minutes to Denver. So let's go on inside and take a look at this beautiful home. Come on in. All right, so we're on main level. In this room, this used to be the 1-stall garage. They've fully opened this all up, radiant heat floors throughout. They added an additional office space right here, which you can totally make into the 4th bedroom. Brand new windows all the way throughout. Nice recessed lighting. So radon mitigation is set up in this panel right over here. Radon is a naturally occurring gas that happens underground here, especially in Colorado. There's some studies that show that radon can cause cancer, so they have already added a mitigation system, which is drilled below the slab into the ground with a fan, and it just sucks up all the air that you don't want in your house outside and vents it outside. So it gives you a better health and safety within the home. So yes, if you move here to the Colorado, anywhere in Colorado, we recommend that you have a radon test be done inside the home. Colorado's EPA levels of 4.0 or lower are deemed safe, and adding a radon mitigation system is extremely easy. It's usually between $1,200 and $1,800. So down here also in main level, they have added a nice built-in washer dryer, hot water heaters over on this side as well. Very easy to get to, set up really nicely. Well, let's go check out the primary bedroom on this level. Come on in. All right, let's check out this primary bedroom in here. Beautifully set up. Dual sinks, dual vanity, really nice built-in walk-in shower right here. And then the privacy of a nice slide barn door to do your own business, with a linen closet built inside of this room right here. But my big feature is this gorgeous closet that they just built in. So full built-ins, all really nicely done, laid out extremely well. I mean, it's a big closet for this space. Now, let's go on and head upstairs. All right, so now we're on the upper level up here. You have a full bathroom right here, and then we're gonna show you this stunning kitchen that they've done. Big island, used to be a wall right here. They redid everything. I mean, we have pot fillers, new backsplash. You have your gas stove. They actually have electric built into the pantry here for big appliances. They've done it all. It is awesome. This house specifically is owned by a general contractor and a roofer. So they really did everything to code. So you're getting a 1983 home, but in every aspect of this home has been redone since 2019. So really you're almost getting a new build on older structure, but it's a good quality structure. All new windows. They even have mini splits in this upper level, so heating and cooling, but they really like to run their heat pretty low because they have this brand new wood burning fireplace, redone all the tile, added the nice blower systems on here. So when you're having a really nice winter night and you want to have a fire going, you can just crank on the blower and it's going to heat up that whole house, give you that warm fireplace feel. In Conifer, most of our homes were developed in the 80s and 90s, and a lot of them were kind of left that way. Not a lot of renovations have gone into a ton of homes, but the homes that have been fully renovated do come at a cost. The nice thing about this one is its square footage is, so it's a little bit smaller than some people like, but the aspect of a $750,000 purchase price on a pretty much 2019 home is very unheard of, especially for the zoning and flat usable land that they have here. All right, so from the kitchen, really nice open concept, really large living space. Walk out onto the deck, which is then fully fenced around the house if you have dogs or little ones that you want to keep from going into your entire yard or going near the road. It's already fully fenced and able to go that way. So at this spot here in Conifer, there's a trailhead that goes right out this backyard for equestrian lovers that goes to the equestrian center right over the backside of here in Richmond Hill. So there's a ton of horseback riders back here. If horses aren't your thing, you have just a beautiful hiking trail right out your back door. This is a hard spot to find in Conifer, Colorado for the price and how much land you get. So let's go check out the 2 bedrooms on this level. Bedroom 1 used as their nursery. Again, mini splits up above, so you have heating and air conditioning per bedrooms, which is, I think, very unique in the mountains. Usually we don't get that hot up here. Maybe 90 degrees is like our hottest day, but having just the option of heating or cooling per bedroom is very uncommon in the mountains, and it's just a nice touch to have. So this home is south facing primarily with its windows. So in the wintertime, that sun is gonna cut across and heat up your home naturally because you're gonna get more sunlight than, let's say you were a north-facing home, where you're gonna be shaded by a lot of trees. So your energy efficiency in this home is extremely well wintertime and summertime. So north-facing and south-facing in the mountains is extremely important, and it's something, if you're not aware of, can drastically affect how your lifestyle is. And if you have any questions about that, or you wanna know more about that, drop a comment down below. I do read those, so does Shayla, and I can definitely help you with those questions, but let's keep looking at this house. So now that we've finished up with this bedroom, let's check out the next bedroom. They have this one as a guest bedroom. Really nice. You've got a big queen-size bed, big wooden end tables, massive wooden dresser. I kind of want you to get the idea of actually how big this bedroom is. You could use this one as a primary if you would prefer. You do have the nice one downstairs, but this is another option, and you get really nice wooded views out here. Okay, so the best part about this, I would say, is your accessibility, and you can do whatever you want on this land. So they have theirs fully fenced in on the backside here, which is not very common because most places they have actual HOAs that restrict how much fencing you can have, because we want the wildlife to be able to move through freely, which is a wonderful thing here in Colorado, but this is just unique. So the aspect about that is you can fully fence the entire 3.7 acres if you would like, in case you have horses or any type of agriculture. For them, they really love having this little greenhouse already built out here, so they have this fully covered up. The reason we really want that is because if you don't cover your greenhouse and you have a garden through the summer, the deer are just gonna eat everything that you grow. So it's really nice that they have this aspect right here. So if you are thinking about buying in Conifer, I think it is a wonderful place to live. I call it like the hidden gem of the Front Range and the foothills of Colorado. So our median home price here in Conifer is between $850,000 and $950,000, but there's not as much inventory up here in Conifer compared to Evergreen or as in town. So our average days on the market is less than 23 days. So the homes that are here, they do go quickly because this is sought out town, but not a lot of people have heard of it. So if you are considering moving to Evergreen or moving into Indian Hills or Morrison, but you haven't even heard of Conifer, I hope this video helps you because this is actually a beautiful gem to live in. If you'd like to know more about different towns here in Colorado, please don't forget to write a comment down below. Shayla and I do read those. Unfortunately, Shayla wasn't able to join me today. She is my business partner. We are both local realtors here in Colorado, both Colorado natives, and are very familiar with almost every part of Colorado. So if there is a town you would like to see, please write that down below. We will make a video specifically for you. But I hope you learned a lot in this video on Conifer. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that you're notified each time we make a video. But until next time, I am Josh and I will be hanging out here selling real estate. Peace.